I'm Liz, and I teach English. Right now, I'm teaching in the Middle East, and many times my students ask me, how can we practice listening to native speakers? So today, I'm going to share one way, one website that I highly recommend for listening practice. So I'll show you the website. So here we are at the website. We are at esl-lab.com, eslab.com, and I will put a link to that below the video in YouTube. And when you arrive on the page, the first thing you will probably see is this sponsored searches. I don't even click on this box. I go right up here. Here's home where we are now. Here are the listening activities, and they are sorted first by how hard they are. We have the 3 different levels: easy, intermediate, or difficult. And then there are some additional options, which we'll look at in a minute. Let's start with easy. And we're going to need to scroll down past all of this. These are just ads. We're going down here where it says easy, and you can choose any topic that interests you. Let's try a fun day. Again, when the page loads, scroll down, and you're going to see the pre-listening exercise. So usually this is a sentence that gives you an idea of what you'll be listening to, ideas to think about. So this says, if you are a child, where do you want your mother or father to take you on their day off? To an amusement park, zoo, swimming pool, a park, etc. Here are some expressions, idioms that are going to be used. Soft-hearted means gentle or kind. Run in the family means a physical or personality trait that's similar. And then here, this bar is where you're going to listen to the recording. Then below, there are usually questions with multiple choice answers that you're going to choose from. So you can take a look to see what kind of questions it's going to ask. The young girl is going to want to go somewhere, to the park, to the movies, or to the swimming pool. Someone's going with them. It's either the mother, the best friend, the older brother. So you can look down through these before you begin and see, what am I listening for? Then I would suggest playing the recording.
Dad, I'm bored today. I want to go to a movie.
A movie today? Well, I don't know. Here, let me look at the newspaper. Okay. Here's a movie that starts in the afternoon at 2:45. Well, should we take Mommy with us?
Yeah.
Okay, we have to wait for Mommy because she's at a meeting right now.
Okay.
All right, and what should we do after we see the movie?
Go on a walk.
Well, where would you like to go on a walk? Would you like to go down to the beach or through the park?
To the beach.
To the beach. Well, that sounds great. And then maybe we can go out to eat tonight. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe when you listen, you might miss one of the answers. They played these answers out of order, so maybe you missed this one. You can always play again, okay? And if you do guess and get it wrong, it will turn red, so you'll know it's incorrect, and it will give you the correct answer here. If it turns green, it means it's correct, and it gives you the answer here, which is nice. Then at the bottom, on this one, there's a gap fill exercise. If you click here, it takes you to another page, and this is actually the script from what you just heard, and you can play again, or a portion of it. You can play again here, and then you can fill in the missing words, which this will help also with your spelling. So let's listen.
Dad, I'm bored today. I want to go to a movie.
A movie today? Well, I don't know. Here, let me look at the newspaper. Okay. Here's a movie that starts in the afternoon at 2:45. Well, should we take Mommy with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you don't know how to spell it, you can look here, and it'll give you a hint, so you know the first letter that you're looking for. And so that helps you if you're not sure what they said. But it says you lose points if you ask for help. So you shouldn't click on this unless you really need to. And then you can hit grade answers. So my score is only 22%. I didn't fill out the full page, but you of course would want to fill it out. And then here are the answers. You see in bold, that's what I filled out. And then the ones I left blank are still blank. So this is a great activity. Will help you with your listening and your spelling. And so we can go back here to the original activity. This took us all the way back. Let's go forward once more. And we'll see here some other ideas for ways to use what you've just learned in an online investigation or other exercises if you want. But just doing the listening exercise and filling out the questions and doing these vocabulary practice exercises are great. Let's look at one more. We can always go back home here. We're going to look at another easy level one, and I will let you see some additional exercises that go with it. So let's look at daily schedule. So again, you'll always want to scroll down. This is always going to be some sort of an ad here. It is a free website. So here we see the same setup as before. I'm not going to play the whole listening clip, but you have your questions like normal. And then on this one, there are several different choices. After you've done the listening, here we have mixed up sentences. So for example, we need to put this sentence right here in order. So it gives you a clue because it gives you a capital letter here for after I, if I can get my computer to work. After I get off work, I need to buy groceries for dinner. And again, it'll give you a hint here if you need it. But in this case, you can hit check, and my score was 100%. And so we can go back from this page. This takes us back so we can look at a few more of these. These are more multiple choice questions. Here is a sentence and vocab match. So here the word is missing, but it's one of these words over here. So I will clean the clothes after I get off work. The toughest part, and if you don't get it close enough, it'll shoot it back. The toughest part about being a student is paying for tuition. Where do you catch the bus in the morning? Could you put away the groceries before dinner? Be sure to set aside enough money to pay for books. So now we can check, and we got it right. And we can go back. And that gives you extra activities to do with your listening scripts. And so if we go back to the top here, this is the main menu. And so this is by level, but you can also look at basic English quizzes here. And so these are listening topics you can choose from. You also have academic listening. And so you can listen to everyday conversations with adult and children's voices. Sometimes children's voices, they're harder to do. And so this breaks it up between those levels that has a mix between adult and children's voices. You can do English culture. I don't feel like, yes. Okay, so here they have featured cultured videos, different ones you can choose. And when you pick one, you're going to click on See Video Activity. And here he does a talk, and there are questions below, just like the other clips, but this one has a video with it. You're not just listening. He has vocabulary lessons. And so you have the following listening activities are currently being revised, but I found that even when I click on this, it will give you a list of vocabulary, but it won't give you the definitions. So I think he's working on this part of the website. So you can go to ESL vocabulary quizzes, and he breaks up the website a little differently here. You can look at quizzes by alphabetical order. And so you can look at, for if you know a particular topic, you can look for it alphabetically here. He has his favorites listed here. So if you're like, I don't know where to start, I want all the levels. Here he has conversations with children and teenagers, conversations that make him laugh, that are funny, ones that make him think are more serious, ones that are just silly. Early conversations on his site that have been there 15 plus years. So basically, he has many different ways that he has sorted the information on his page. He also has a self-study guide and some handouts. Here he talks about his page. This is where you would want to focus most of your time, and I would choose easy or intermediate or difficult depending on your level, and just work through those topics. If you did like one a day, it would be helpful. So that gives you an overview, and he has some great links up here, and in future videos I hope to go over some of the other ways that he has free online activities to help with other parts of learning English. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it's helpful, and happy listening.